Hello to everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another live session. Today's live session is a little bit different, which we are not writing names, you guys, and I'm not in my usual writing space. But today we are going to have some book chat and do some reading together, which we are reading The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I hope you guys are excited. To everyone who's joining in, hi, welcome to the channel. Let's wait for more people to join in and then we're gonna begin. Hello to everyone who's joining in. We're gonna start our book chat soon. I know I got a little bit late than my usual time, which happens for multiple reasons. For right now, it was to find a place where I had good lighting, so I'm gonna read here with my reading pillow at the back, which I'm so excited about because I just got it a while ago. So yeah, okay, I am actually hot. So let's start. I don't know when more people will join in, but I can read to you guys what this book is about, which we are going to read together. If you're joining in right now, we are reading The Cruel Prince. It's also available on Kindle. So, hi! Welcome to the channel, everyone. We are reading The Cruel Prince together, and I'm gonna also do some book chat, which I'm gonna tell you all of the books that I'm reading right now. So, if you're interested in that, you can stay or just subscribe, because I usually do writing lives where I write you guys' names. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited. So number one book that I'm reading, which you guys will be familiar about, is, don't tell me you haven't heard about it, it's Haunting Adeline. It's a part of a duology, which means there are two books in the series, and it is pretty dark. The part I am at, it's not dark anymore right now, so I'm a bit bored, and it's a bit cheesy as well, so if you're not into that. But yeah, I'm reading this book, making it like, it looks like it's scary, but it's not that terrifying, so you can definitely get your hands on it. It is a stalker romance, if you will, and there's mystery and some good themes going on, which are very triggering, so do check the trigger warnings if you want to read it. The writing is very easy, by the way, so if you are into dark romance and you're considering this book, you can go for it. Thank you, you're so sweet. Okay, so the next book that I'm going to talk about, which I'm reading, is, let me open my Kindle, which takes a while because, guys, it's low on storage now, which I thought will never happen, but guess we have too many samples to read from. But anyways, we are reading, or I am reading, how do we, okay, show you the cover. Hello to everyone who's joining in. I'm talking about all the books that I am in the middle of, and then we'll be reading The Cruel Prince by Holly Black together. It's also in Kindle if you want to read it together. I have not started it. I'm gonna start it. today with you guys we'll be doing at least 30-minute reading sprint twice. So this is the another book that I'm reading, guys, and this has definitely made me want to read. Like, it's exactly like the series that I read which got me into fantasy, but it can be a little boring if you're a beginner because it's too long, and the series is I think 5 books long, which this is the first book, and it is Blood and Steel by Helen. I'm not gonna butcher her name, but she knows how to write. Definitely she's got me intrigued with the story and everything, so I'm really excited to continue this book. Okay, so we have a lot of people watching in, which I thought will not happen because I wanted this to be a bookish channel, but then guess what, people like my writing better than me talking about books. Hi, Dance with Hachu, thank you for your pretty comments, I am flattered. Okay, you're from Kerala, that's so cool. I'm from Delhi, if you wanted to know. And also I'm reading this book Pollyanna, which I told you guys about. I shared a short video regarding it, which I loved. This book I am loving so much. It's about, I can tell you this without you being into books. So this book is actually about a little girl who is now an orphan, but she, with everyone she meets, she gives them this lesson that to look for something to be glad about in anything that is happening. So that's such a lesson. I was also sharing this story with you guys. I'm speaking slowly. Okay. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm talking about this book that I'm reading, guys, which is Pollyanna by Eleanor H. Porter, and it's a very good read, which you guys are not excited about. But yeah, it like once I was going back home from my work, and it was raining, like not a beautiful rain, but I was miserable, and I had thought of driving, not driving that day, but walking, and I didn't know it was gonna rain, so I was miserable walking myself home. So I just happened to think about this book and how the character had actually looked for the bright side and how she was glad about everything. Like, even in this situation where you are, you can find at least one thing to be glad about, and this book is very funny, and you can definitely read it. For all the middle graders as well as adults, definitely give it a shot. I'm gonna read The Cruel Prince right now with you guys. Hi, Ninad. 3 brothers from Bangladesh. So, yeah, let's get the cat out of the bag as well, because I'm also reading the Hunger Games, guys, which I should be embarrassed to say this out loud that I've never read Hunger Games before. I'm so sorry for doing, like, switching the AC on and off. I'm good, Abhishek. How are you? Hi, Varsha. I haven't applied anything to my cheeks. That's how I look. I didn't want to put any makeup and come in front of you guys because I think I'll be doing more of these chatty videos where I can talk about books as well as just talk to you guys, because I have been enjoying doing the lives and getting to know you guys from all around the world. Okay, so that's something I don't take for granted, that you guys have subscribed and become part of this awesome community. So I think Ayush will be happy now because now I'm talking in super fast speed, because when we like something, we definitely talk faster. Okay, so I was talking about the Hunger Games, guys. I just started it. I watched the first movie, which ruined the book a little for me, because now I cannot think about the characters and the world for myself. Like, I can picture it from the movie, the set and everything, the characters, how they look and everything. But I thought that I will not like the writing. I don't know why. Maybe I read a sample years ago, which I didn't enjoy. That's why. But so yeah, I thought I will not like the writing style, but I actually write. I'm in right into the story now, and I'm very intrigued to see what's gonna happen. And I know what is going to happen actually in the first book, but I have heard that there is more in the books than the movies, which is always the case. So I'm really excited to read. I'm talking about Hunger Games. If you are aware, I don't actually remember. Hi, Mr. Love. I have actually posted a video, guys, of how I got better at speaking, talking in English. So you can check that video out. Those tips have really helped me. Hi, Aliyah. Happy birthday. I hope you're having a great day. So yeah, these are all the books that I'm in the middle of. I'm definitely reading more because, a reader is never with just 2 3 books. I am in middle of so many books that I am pissed at myself, because then I get anxious. You're welcome. Hi Mandeep, hi Khushi. I think if it's normal pain, then it's fine, but you should get yourself checked. Maybe there's something else that's hurting you, stone or something, I don't know. Okay, so shall we start reading, you guys? Or you would prefer me talking about books than to you instead? I'm definitely wanting to connect with you guys. Maybe you can wait a while to see if the pain goes away, because if you lifted weights after a long time or just for the first time, then definitely it's gonna give you some kind of muscle pain. I'm from Delhi. Okay, let's actually read what this book is about. I think you guys will prefer to talk to me instead of reading, but let's see, we can do a 20-minute reading sprint if that's okay with you. Best book for attracting men. You don't have to attract men. That's the problem. You don't have to work at anything to attract someone else. Let them chase you. Okay, you are gay. Guys, I read fiction. and some self-help, but that's about it. I don't know any books for chess. Best book for attracting you. No comments. You can actually get better at attracting women if you read the book How. Let me check that out. Guys, this is a reading channel. Please. Hmm. Okay, so we have quite a few annoying people, which guys I'll definitely remove. So don't even think about it. Okay, so let's read the back of this book because we were going to read The Cruel Prince. If you are excited to read with me, then you can join in. You can also do another book or do something else with the time that we're going to read. It says, "Of course, I want to be like them. They're beautiful as blades forged in some divine fire. And Carden is even more beautiful than the rest. I hate him so much that sometimes when I look at him, I can hardly breathe." So it's enemies to lovers. I think this is the worst idea. I'm contemplating my life right now because of some shitty people that have nowhere to go instead of coming to my life, which is supposed to be for reading. I'm good. How are you guys? Okay, so is it going to be your first book? That's what you're saying? I think for beginners, I've definitely made a video, but on the top of my head, I can think of. I'll have to see. Maybe you can read Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. That's a 3-book series if you're into that. Otherwise, you can also read our basic Harry Potter. Or A to Z Mysteries, which I suggest anyone who's just starting their reading journey because that's where I started my reading journey. as a kid. So if you're a beginner, then you can definitely enjoy that series. So you can definitely read A to Z mysteries. There are A to Z books, but you can read any of the book without it being a problem for you to read another book. You can skip any book. So it's like read one and then you can see if you like it. I definitely think you will. A to Z mysteries, not A to Z book. Let me show you the book I'm talking about. The first book is The Absent Author. That's the book I'm talking about. If you're a beginner, guys, to anyone who's joining in, you can definitely pick this book. Even I wanted to read the whole series again because I read them when I was very young. Hi, welcome to everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I was reading the back of this book. This book. We are talking about The Cruel Prince. One terrible morning, Jude and her sisters see their parents murdered. Okay. The fearsome assassin abducts all three girls to the fairy court. I didn't know this book had fae, or did I? Where Jude soon realizes that to survive, she needs to be as cunning and deceitful as the fae themselves. So she has to be a strong protagonist, which we talked about. We are going to have a strong female protagonist. But the stairway to power is fraught with shadows and betrayal. So there are shadows and betrayals, and looming over all is the arrogant and charismatic Prince Carden, which I can't wait to fall in love with Prince Carden. Yes, it has 26 books, but you can get one and just read it. If you like it, then you can also read the others. But yeah, there's no cliffhanger, so the mystery will be solved in that book itself. I am good. How are you? I'm from Delhi. So we have enemies to lovers, and we have fae, we have court, fairy court, and then we have some betrayals which we love, and a likable female character. So I'm really excited about this book. This is actually so sweet. The author of Red Queen series has wrote Holly Black is the fairy queen, which is such a good, how do you call it, good comment. You're welcome. Do tell me if you like it when you read it. Do share with me if you are liking the book. So let's read it for a while. Maybe I can read for Do you want to read with me, guys, or just talk about books, which I can do for hours and hours? So there's not really a problem. Hi, hello to everyone who's joining in. I did start it, but I didn't like the writing. It was too YA for me. Did you like it? Thank you for subscribing. I usually do name writing lives and post some bookish content here and there, which I just posted the Hunger Games Deluxe edition, which if you're excited to watch, the books are so pretty, you guys. But there was some issue, so I'll have to reorder the series, which I still haven't because they are out of stock now. So maybe like after me posting the video, people have actually bought the set, and now I'm with no Hunger Games. I was so into the series. I was so into the first book. Anyways, I'll order that again. No, you're sweet. Thank you for being so kind. At least not everyone is like that. That is why I love doing these lives instead of all the mean and stupid people that I come across here. Hi, Pebble Smash Cards. Is that some brand? Okay, let's see. Yeah, you are. I think this has to do with how long you have been watching. I don't even know. Please tell me if you know. Thank you, Shubham. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. He's talking about the duck. I can imagine what you are saying. The map is really pretty and huge, which I'm so happy that most of the books are having the maps with such small writing that you can't even read it properly. So I think I like this map because it has all the places that you can actually see even with some distance from the book. So we have map of the shifting isles of Elfheim. Shifting isles, which I'm really excited about. There's so many details, you guys. See this if you can. They are sparring, and yeah, I love the details. Hi, Nagma. Yeah, this book is The Cruel Prince. It's so pretty and shiny. If you can see, this has a different sheen. So it says Book 1, Children born of fairy stock never need for shirt or frock, never want for food or fire, always get their heart's desire. Jingle pockets full of gold, marry when they are 7 years old. Every fairy child may keep 2 strong ponies and 10 sheep. All have houses, each his own, built of brick or granite stone. They live on cherries, they run wild. I'd love to be a fairy's child. That is so good. It's by Robert Graves in I'd Love to Be a Fairy's Child. That is such good poetry. Okay, the prologue is a little bit longer. What? The first chapter is just one line. Do I have the right book? Guys, can we do a little bit reading now? I think I'll just read the prologue and then talk to you guys. Maybe let's give it 10 minutes, and you can do any of the things, any chore or any work that you have for 10 minutes, and then we'll talk about how we are liking this book and everything else. Hi, hello to everyone who's joining in. We are doing a 10-minute sprint, or make it 15. How much is 15 minutes? Okay, we have till 5. No, 5:10. So I've put up the alarm, and let me Hi, princess. What is it? Are you from heaven? I'm happy you think that way. Hello to everyone. You're so welcome on this channel. I'm so happy that you joined in. I do live writing names, and now I'm reading this book with you guys, which I'm just putting the timer for. We'll be reading for 15 minutes and then I'm gonna talk to you guys. So please spare me for 15 minutes so that we can at least get some reading done, which I want to read this book so bad. Although I'm in the middle of so many books, but still I would like to read this book together. Okay, so I've pinned the message. Let's start reading. Which book are you reading, guys? Atomic Habits, I've heard about it a ton, but I think I don't need any more self-help. Next is Power of Subconscious Mind. I think I have that book. And Rich Dad Poor Dad, I've definitely heard of it, so if it's any good, let me know. I might check it out. So I'll be joining you guys at 5:15. Let's read till then. That's our 20-minute sprint, and let's go. No, I have not read it. I've not read it. What is happening to me? I've never heard of it. That was actually good, Jack, but it's not gonna work. Okay, so we are starting the reading, guys. Let's go. Pick any book you like. I'm gonna read The Cruel Prince, the prologue of it at least. So pick any book you like, and we are reading. I'm on in front of this reading pillow that I have, which is so helpful, by the way. So I'm gonna read this book. You can read any of the books. Let's mute it so that you are not disturbed. So I think a lot of you guys are talking to me. So I just wanted to say that you guys just, someone just said that I was looking like a duck from the Tom and Jerry. So there just came this part where the characters are watching Tom and Jerry on the screen. Not Tom and Jerry exactly, because this is a fantasy book which I'm reading. This book, guys, The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and I'm just starting this out, and I've highlighted 3 things. So this thing that I've highlighted, I just wrote, someone just called me the duck from Tom and Jerry on the live. Because it says, Vivian stared at the television screen, her eerie split pupil gaze fixed on the cartoon mouse as it ran from the cartoon cat. So I thought I will remember this moment by this annotation, which I didn't even think I wanted to annotate, and now I have a pen because I need it, I think. These are my annotations on this page. It says, grown-ups were always worried, always whispering. So that's not unusual. And since there is going to be some shit that is going to happen, so it's written, dad was in the outbuilding where he had a forge, mom was in the kitchen cooking hamburgers, everything was boring, everything was fine. So it's really like this thing, everything was boring, everything was fine, is showing like how mundane life is actually the normal life, and that's not actually a bad thing. So I think that was really nice. So I'm gonna continue reading and talk to you guys then. Maybe the talking to you guys at a certain time is not gonna help with me because I'm a chatty one. But anyways, let's continue this book. So the time is up, guys. Let's talk about the book. A lot of things have happened. We are reading this book, The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. It is a fantasy book, dark fantasy, if I must say. Hi, Ben 10. So, this book turned out dark even just starting it. I haven't even read the prologue. It's just two more paragraphs, but after that there was this funny bit. I don't know if you guys consider it funny, but something major happened, which if you've read this book you know. So after that, this person, he is, after doing some terrible shit to her parents, he's just holding her shoulder, and she's like, she made a little squeaking sound, but she stared up defiantly. She had won plenty of staring contests. So I think it was so funny. Okay, so this book I'm reading, there's an assassin who abducts these three girls whose parents have been murdered by the same person, which just happens in the prologue, so it's not really a spoiler. It's also on the back. So he's taking them to this fairy court where she is going to have to survive some betrayals and be cunning and deceitful as the other fae are. Fae, you know, the people with huge ears. I think they're elf, but you call them fae as well. So, and there's also going to be Prince Garden, and he's an arrogant and charismatic prince, which there's romance involved. So just now the parents have been murdered, and the person who murdered them is, she's just staring up at him, and she's like, and it says she had won plenty of staring contests. So I thought it was funny to write that, just because she's looking at him defiantly. Yes, I'm Indian. What question? You guys can talk about books if you would really like to talk to me. Okay, let's finish the prologue, guys, and then I'm gonna talk to you. There's just two more paragraphs, and then we have just one line in this first chapter. It's actually good. I thought it will take me a while to get into, but I forgot it is a YA fantasy, so it's not taking me too long, because the world is not that complicated as I thought it was going to be, although the world building has not yet started. Hi Tejas, I'm good. How are you? Let's continue this book, and then I'm going to talk about it some more. Okay, so I'm done with the prologue, which this book has such short chapters, which I'm so happy about, and each chapter has this on top. This design is so cute. So, yeah, I just read chapter 1, which is just one line, you guys, and it's talking about how the world is completely different from how this world has been, because it moves from the contemporary world they are in to this fairy world. So we just saw that happening. They packed, they left, and now they are in fairy world. I don't think they reached there yet, but it says in fairy there are no fish sticks, no ketchup, no television. So it's really hard to live in a place like that, even though you may say that you want to live in a fantasy world, but there's not going to be a phone. So, and also guys, I forgot to show you my bookmark that I've chosen for this book. It's this pretty one. It's so pretty. It says bookworm, has a tassel. It doesn't match the book, but this does. Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. Tell me it doesn't go with the book. You can't, because it does. So I'm gonna use this bookmark. I just got it. Just got it. I haven't used it for a book. I had put it in a book, but took it out from there just to make it the bookmark for this one, because this book matches this much better. So I'm gonna show you how it looks when I put it in. And I don't know why I'm talking like that, but I don't know. You guys make me feel like I'm talking to a friend. So it's not really hard to be my own self. So I'm gonna put this bookmark here and talk to you guys about this book. I know it doesn't go well, but it looks so pretty. Is there anyone else who wants to have some chat, or should we start reading again? Because I'll be reading at least it to chapter number 3. You're welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your sweet comment. Okay, so let's start reading again. Thanks a lot. It makes my day. You don't have to be mean about it. Okay, so let's start reading again, which I'm gonna read for the time that it takes me to read chapter 1, which the chapters are so short in this one. So let's start reading, you guys. So, guys, we are back with some updates. I'm on page 11, which is not too far, but I have got the gist of how the story is going. So, yeah, I'm really. Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm reading this book, The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. So, I was just reading it. I'm on chapter 1. At first, there was prologue, and then, no, I'm on chapter 2. And we have got thrown into the world, which I'm really happy. This book is very easy to get into, so I hope you guys who have not read will pick it up. If you thought it was going to be a really hard book to read, ancient stories, I really like that book by Amitav Ghosh that I made a video on as well. It is something shadow related. That's a very family oriented story, which is such a good read if you want that type of a book. I personally I'm reading this fantasy book which I enjoy being in different worlds. I'm also reading the Hunger Games, which I talked to you guys about it. So this is the genre that I like. Right now the story is moving in a fine speed, not too fast, not too slow, and I think I'm gonna like this book. I can definitely tell. But for some reason I keep on thinking it's about Viv because she is a fairy daughter, but it's about Jude, and I forget it time and time again that it's not about Viv. There are 3 sisters. One of them is a fairy sister, and 2 others are not, but they're all sisters. So it's really hard to keep thinking as Jude as the main character and not Vivian. I also wrote over here, one might think this book is gonna be about Viv. I keep forgetting. That's what I wrote. I was not thinking of highlighting this book, but I have highlighted so many things which I told you guys about. So if you want to watch this live, see what I'm highlighting and everything like that, you can definitely join in with that. So yeah, and also this bookmark I showed you guys, it's so pretty and it matches my book. So I'm really happy about that fact. So I think it was a successful reading sprint. Let's finish this second chapter and then I'm gonna talk to you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys are reading along with me, or just be here till I read and do something else. You can also read another book. I am reading The Cruel Prince. So let's start our book again. I have 4 more pages to go and then I'm gonna talk to you guys. So, we I am reading this book, guys. This is our book of the month, which every month we will be selecting a book to read together or just talk about the book. So the final discussion date I haven't uploaded because right now I'm just reading this with you guys. So I just started it today. I'll be talking about this book on the discussion date and my rating, my thoughts, and everything. It is a fantasy book, so that's what I'm doing. I'm reading this book with you guys right now, and you can start now. There's no age to start reading, and I have videos for books if you want to read as a beginner, or if you want some fast paced or winter books or summer books. Every kind of video I've posted, so you can get some inspiration there. But I'm reading this book right now, guys, so let's start reading. I'm on chapter 2, which I'm gonna finish and then talk to you guys. So let's take that time. Let me update the time on the chat so that you can join me again. This live is going pretty good than I imagined it was going to be, because you guys are so chatty just like me. Here you go. I have uploaded, not I have uploaded, I have put up the reading time. So we're gonna read whatever you're gonna do. You can read this book or any other book, and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay, just want to check the audio. So bye. What do you not understand? We are reading this book together. I started with chatting about all of the books that I'm in the middle of, and now we are reading together. Let's start reading, you guys. I don't understand what your problem is. I can talk in Hindi with you as well. It's just on this channel I make videos in English and talk to people around the world. So it's really hard to keep talking in Hindi and still talk to everyone. So I've made up to chapter 3. These chapter designs are so cute, by the way. So let's update you guys after I put in my bookmark, which I just showed you. It's so pretty for anyone who didn't see. It says bookworm. Am I showing it to you the right way? I think this is the right way. So yeah, this is the Cruel Prince by Holly Black. It is a 3-book series. This one is, I think, 370 pages, so quite a chunker. Okay, so we have done our reading for today, and as far as I have read this book, I am really liking it. Not, I cannot say that it is going to be a 5 star, but the writing is super easy, the story is gripping, and I can definitely see myself as Viv, which is not our main character, but there are 3 sisters, so I am connecting with Viv, and I like the writing style. There are so many humorous moments, so it's funny as well, not super dark. It was dark when it started, but right now it's fine, and I think I can fall in love with this book. I thought I was not going to like it. Okay, my throat is dry talking to you guys, so yeah. And we have made quite a bit of annotations, highlighting and stuff, if you can tell. I just started highlighting randomly. I didn't even think I was going to. But there are just some things. Okay, I can tell you guys what I marked if you want to hear it. I'm not into football. I'm not a sports person. I just like playing badminton as every other person, but that's all. So, what I marked, hear me out. First of all, this imagery, guys. It says outside, past the open double doors, a hob waits, holding the silver bridles of 5 draped fairy steeds, which means horses, their manes braided in complicated and probably magical knots. So it makes me think of this fairy world, this Cinderella, and how there was this buggy that took her to the ball. So that's what this gave me. I've heard it's a good one. So yeah, that imagery caught me. And there's this line, guys, I connect with it so much. It's very relatable to every Indian. So, as for dancing, once begin, you mortals will dance yourselves to death if we don't prevent it. Isn't that true? Whenever we go to some function or some celebration, we get to dancing, and it's not until the music stops that we stop. So personally, for me, this is very true. So I thought this was a good thing to mark. And another one is this. Okay, this character, uh, consider it a stepmom. So the girl is like, it's always been clear that the stepmom puts up with me and Taryn for Maddox's sake, which is the person she's married to, not their father, but okay, you get it. So she seems to think of us as her husband's favored hounds, poorly trained and likely to turn on our master at any moment. It was so funny. You need eyes to see how pretty everyone in this world is. Stop doing this. Bro, do something good with your time at least. I'm gonna remove you or anyone who's gonna be mean. Yep, I don't care. I've met a ton of sweet and kind people on this channel, and I will not stop now because of these shitty ones that are thrown in. Just like in a book, there is good and bad side and people on this live as well. But I hope you guys had fun just talking, chatting, book chatting, and doing reading with me if you did read. And yeah, I'm excited to do more such videos, live videos, which I was a little bit scared, not scared, but thinking you might not enjoy it or something like that. But you guys have been interactive, and I think I can do it again because I read so much, and I can definitely read with you guys instead of reading alone. So if you want to join me, then you can definitely read The Cruel Prince with me. I'll be posting the next day and time for the reading sprints where we'll be reading this together. I'm definitely gonna read some before because I'm just on chapter 2, so I'll maybe read a few chapters till the reading sprints time, and then we're gonna discuss this book if you want to read with me, and we're gonna have a final discussion date for this book as well. So I hope you guys are excited. Let's like talk for 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna leave. But yeah, what other books you guys are reading, let me know. For me, I'm gonna read The Hunger Games, Blood and Steel, Haunting Adeline, which we talked about, and now The Cruel Prince. Because your girl has got a Kindle subscription, she can read any of these books except for The Hunger Games on Kindle, which The Cruel Prince is also available on KU, and Haunting Adeline as well. And yeah, I'm so excited because all of the books I'm currently reading are so good. So, thank you for joining me, everyone. I hope you guys are having a fun, crazy day. But, anyways, thank you for joining me in reading the book and just talking to me and connecting more than we get to, because I do name writing lives, which you might be aware of if you join my channel. So, thank you for joining in, everyone. I'm gonna end the live. Have a good rest of the day or night, whatever it is where you are from. But thank you for joining me. Do subscribe and become a part of this community. We'll be doing a final discussion and some reading sprints before that regarding this book, and I'll be talking to you guys very very soon, because now I've cracked the first live talking to you guys face to face phase. So yeah, thank you all for joining me. If you have any questions, you can post it and I'm gonna answer before leaving. So I'm gonna give you guys a second to subscribe. Okay, how to completely, permanently quit bad habits. For this, I'm gonna tell you to not give yourself a reason to reach for that bad habit. For like, if you're gonna bring in snacks, then you're gonna snack on them, right? If you're gonna keep things that are tempting you to have that habit in the first place, then definitely you're gonna lean onto that. So make sure you are in tuned with your physical and mental health. If you'll be um, including some good habits, then you will definitely want to be a better person and not continue doing the things that you do as of now. So I think that's helped me, and that's the only thing. And you also know how you were when you had good habits, so you can think about that time when you were good to whatever you're abusing right now, whether it's your mind or your body. So remember that time where you felt happy about doing good habits. So yeah. Hi, we were just having book chats, and I'm just connecting with you guys over here because I do name writing lives generally. So I'm just talking to you guys so that you can actually get to know the person behind the camera. So yeah, that's what's going on. If you want to join in, you can join in with our book of the month. I'm reading The Cruel Prince with you guys. It's a dark YA fantasy. We just read 2 chapters of this. We're on the 3rd chapter, so you can still start. I'm gonna finish it before July and do a final reading update with you guys, reading discussion date where I'll be sharing my thoughts, spoiler and spoiler free thoughts, and rating for the book. No, I have not. A lot of you guys are talking about self-help books, which is crazy because I thought people have stopped reading them for some reason. Hi Sachin. I used to read a lot of self-help books, but I don't think they help you as much as time does that you put in for yourself. Or just if you want to get out of some situation, then also I think time is the actual healer, and it teaches you a lot of stuff that you will never ever learn from self-help books. They make you feel related, right? If you're reading something, you will definitely think, okay, I'm also feeling like that. So I think that's the only purpose that the self-help books make you feel good about yourself, because it talks about what you are going through, but it's never gonna help you with how to actually move towards a better place. Yeah, but as I said, it's the work you have to put in yourself. So no amount of motivation can get you to work. If you do something and then you feel that hit, that good feeling, then only you will continue it, not because you read a self-help book or you were motivated to do something. It's like I'm reading a book. Okay, for me, I think it like that because I'm reading this book. If I were to look for inspiration, then I will only read it once. But if I pick it up again, I'll want to read it, I'll pick it up again, I'll want to do that. So psychology of money is not really self-help, it's more of financial management knowledge. Okay, then that is good. I'm just talking about general self-help books. You can get help from books that are more geared towards particular subject instead of a situation, I think. But for me, I have owned Napoleon Hill's books, and there's another writer, is it John something, very popular. But I think those books like cannot help you the way you can help yourself by learning from life itself. Hi, hello to everyone who's joining in. We're just chatting about books here. If you're into reading, or if you're not, you can just join in the community and become a part of this channel. Join my lives. I do name writing lives where I love writing you guys' names. Yes, I also have other life related, if you would like, lessons. If you'll ask me, I can answer for what I have learned personally. Yes, definitely. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe I can do a, what do you call it? Solutions to your problems by. Hi guys, hello to everyone who's joining in. I don't connect well with philosophical books, especially with books with examples, real life examples. I don't want to read about that. I just want to get to the point. But I've read a lot of good books in that category. If you would like me to talk about that, any other genre you guys are interested in, I can give you some recommendations. After a lot of time, I finally found a community, a place where I can talk to you guys about books, and that's really exciting. I was dreading coming live today. Not dreading exactly, but I was having no hopes because you guys have not been showing the interest in books that I wanted my community to have, kind of. So it was really, but I made up my mind. I see, again, with what we were talking about earlier, I was like, what if no one joins in? What if I'm just reading by myself and there's not one person? And see, I just thought, if I was not going to show up, then how can I tell someone did or not, right? So I showed up, and there were so many people earlier, but since I was just reading, there was up and down in the count, so that doesn't matter. But people showed up, they talked to me, they connected with me, and yeah, that's what you got to do with yourself. Even if you feel low at some points or think you will not make it, at least try to, because then you'll know that you didn't make it. And how will you not if you keep showing up, right? What kind of books you mostly read? I read fantasy books. That's what I'm into. I read spiritual books as well. So if you guys are excited about that, but yeah, Yes, definitely. I started this community to talk to people about books, but somehow it turned into community channel instead of just books. So I'm trying to keep it to books. You guys can give any suggestions what you would like to do on the next live. I think I can do question answer thingy, and we'll read some. Definitely want to read this whole book. It's 370 pages long and I am on page, okay, we are 16 pages in. Not bad. Have you read Krishnamurthy's books? Let's look them up. Okay, I have not. Freedom from the Unknown. What is it about? Okay, this quote is actually so good from the book. That is the first thing to learn, not to seek. When you seek, you are really only window shopping. So, guys, to learn, experience. Seems good. I'll check it out. I also just came across Jennifer A. Nielsen's books, which are related to World War II, and they seem interesting. Yeah, the quotes are really good in this book. It seems like if I have to judge personally a book, if I'm gonna like it or not, I look for the quotes. That's something about me. No one knows. No one had to. But yeah, I look for book quotes, and if I like them, if I connect with that writing style, then I pick that book up, or I'm actually wanting to pick that book up or not. Okay, so I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna read a sample and see how I like it. But yeah, I was talking about this book which I'm reading. I just started it. It says when the only way to escape Nazi occupied France is to crack the code and break through enemy lines. How old are you? Yeah, a lot of epic fantasies are good. Like if you've read Patrick Rothfuss, he has great epic fantasy series. Name of the Wind was it? I think, yeah, Name of the Wind. That's such a good one. So it's not just fantasy doesn't have to have romance, which today it's becoming to be like because people are enjoying them more that way. But a lot of books like have such descriptive writing style, such beautiful poetic writing style. That is what I tend to lean towards. So I'm older than you. I was asking this other person though. But good to have been chatting to you at 23-year-old, because other people I've chatted to about books have been younger, so much younger than me. No, I'm not in my 30s. I'm 26. She's learning to speak English. I'm an Indian. How do you expect me to talk? English is definitely not my first language, my native language. I don't know how people get so mean for no reason at all. And she will be soon. आप सिखा दो. खैर इतनी गंदी इंग्लिश सीखनी नहीं मुझे. You don't have to be mean. I didn't see your message. I can talk in Hindi. I just this channel I post videos in English, so that's how I talk to people from around the world. That's why I speak in English on this channel. Please don't think of me as someone I'm not trying to be. I'm a teacher for extracurricular activities. I guess you should not. I don't. Sometimes, like, people don't want to be mean and they are mean. So, you have to at least give them a response so that they can correct themselves if they want to. Guys, I teach calligraphy, which I used to write who has his names in. I take handwriting classes, I take dance classes, and I also teach students all of the subjects, not just English. So I do a lot of teaching. Yeah, definitely. But I've come across so many sweet people that makes me keep going. No, I'm not into computer stuff. Computer stuff ended when I was in school. I have done English honors. I used to love reading, even though I was managing dance classes at the same time. But yeah, I loved reading, so I had to do English honors, guys. Next, okay, we have. I can definitely take handwriting classes. I take them online as well, so I can definitely help you work on that. I am a classical dancer, Kathak to be exact. You are double. Yeah, people think I am younger, but I'm not. and I've started to feel that way as I'm nearing 30s. Not exactly 30, but 4 years to go. Not even total 4. So, it's starting to hit me this year that you guys cherish the age you are in before this time comes for you. And it's like, how am I going to read so many books I want to read before I cannot read anymore? I Yeah, I understand that, but you can always work on something. I have had so many older people as students for handwriting classes, so I don't think it's, if you deem it important, you will definitely want to learn. I have 7 years. Time runs by fast, my friend. It definitely feels that way. Like when I was younger at 21, I felt like I hate 22 because then I'm gonna be 23. And I just felt like those ages I didn't enjoy. But now I'm all past that. And whenever I see, what is funny about age, when I see college students or just school students, which like they are taller than me or something, so I'm like, अभी भी बच्चे हैं ये. So it's like I am so much older than them, like 6 7 years or maybe 10, yeah, from school going children, that I feel like इनके सामने तो मैं बहुत बड़ी हूँ. So where are you from? I'm from Delhi. You have a baby face still. It's very good. Yes, definitely. My face helps, or else people will give me a headache. I'm not ignoring you. I just, I keep talking and guys, I used to walk a lot, and this year, to be honest, which this live was not about, but this year I went through so much loss, and like loss in life, that I just broke that routine that I was in. I got so much healthier and even prettier. So that really, when I'm in stress and when I'm going through some emotionally challenging time, so it really affects my physical health as well. So I started working on that, and I'm now getting back into the routine, but still. And yeah, it definitely helps you. Taking care of your physical health definitely helps you. I can say that it makes you look better, make you feel better. You're looking like an angel. My favorite song is Angel Baby. If you've heard of it, it's such a nice song. That's good then. You look younger than your age. What is your age? Give me a suggestion to remember vocabulary. Read. When you read books, you come across so many words that you generally don't use, and when they get repeated, you kind of get it into your system that you speak those words out loud yourself. Just like glad, like you can use glad for happy, right? So whenever I'm now using that word, I read this word in a book, so whenever I'm saying I'm happy, I'm like, I'm glad about that. So that is the only way you can get it into your vocabulary, that you read books, you see those words being used somewhere. Have you went through heartbreaks? Yes, definitely. I have had my share of heartbreaks. Heartbreak can be from anyone, friends, in a relationship, someone you thought was going was not going to hurt you and then they hurt you. There's heartbreak in that, right? It could be anything. So to get through it, I think you need to realize that they don't deserve the time, any more of your time than you already gave them to hurt you. So, and also, like, there is still so much life left for you to figure things out, and it's not the end of the world, and it will get better. To remind yourself that I'm not gonna let that person to define how I'm gonna live the rest of my life, and what they did, I'm not gonna take into the next phase of my life, which is going to be okay. So, I have a book recommendation for heartbreak, guys. How can I forget about it? Okay, I'm just gonna tell you after I read these messages. I am 38 and still look like a teenager. Okay, 38. How do you feel? Do you feel old? I think I feel so old. A few days ago, I was crying because I was crying for some reason, right? I cannot tell you. But I was like, I wasted my 28 years of life. And later on, I thought, babe, you are 26. So I was like, oh my god, I just saved 2 years. So I don't even know why I was crying about the 28 years of my life when I was only 26. So that made me so happy. I watch a lot of Hollywood movies and shows that kind of helps with your English. Yeah, it definitely does, but not as reading. I think reading specific books or fiction, because in those movies people are talking to each other and not and you are not participating. Hi, मैं अच्छी हूँ, आप कैसे हो? No, I'm not American, I'm Indian. Well, yes, there's records of print. I can agree to that, and you can never really forget anyone. To be honest, you cannot forget anyone. Like, oh, there's this person that hurt me so much, and I thought I was past that. There's been so many years, so many new happiness and moments where I didn't even think about them, but like that hurt, I thought about that again a while ago. So I was like, why was I thinking now when I worked on that, right? But then I realized it was never going to go away. See, that is the thing. if you want to stop, like if you want to forget something, that's not gonna happen. So don't even try to कि मैं भूल जाऊँ इसको, राइट? तो आपको ये सोचना चाहिए कि आई एम just gonna forgive that person or not gonna think about that person. And the book I was talking about that I read was, let me tell you, yeah, it is How to Move On After Heartbreak by Shadow Books. So you can check that out. It has such insights over why you feel the way you do and how you can get past that. Hi, thank you. You have had BF heartbreaks definitely multiple times, I guess. I have come across people that I hoped were going to be better than they were. So it's really about my expectation over from them. Yes, definitely. That's exactly why you need to depend on only yourself, not even your family, not even no other person can bring you to a better place than you can, right? So don't lean on another person, don't lean on bad habits or another stuff to make you feel better, but do better, think better. When you like think of wanting to not hurt yourself over something that they did, then you will be past that. It can take years to let go. I said that. That's all right. It's my off day, guys, so I'm making the most use of it by talking to you guys, because then I'll only see you in the writing live sessions. So मेरी स्मोकिंग की आदत छुड़ाओ. Hmm, smoking, I don't like smoking. I don't, I've never wanted to, because I hate smokers. So I cannot help you. Other than the fact that you will make me feel less happy, I cannot help you. I don't like smokers at all. I'm the person doing when there's a smoker around. So if you have a habit that you want to break, then please don't give yourself the thing that tempts you to do it. And if there's stress that you are doing it because of, like if you're stressed and worried, that's when you tend to do it, then help yourself by doing something else. Get a hobby, take care of your mental health, take care of your physical health. No, I don't have any gray hair, please. That's just lighting. I just washed my hair, that's why they are just everywhere. I'm from Delhi. Hi Sahil, hello to everyone who's joining in. इतने ब्यूटीफुल कैसे हो गाइस, इसके आगे भी बढ़ जाओ. Yes, I am from Delhi. लॉजिक के साथ जीना. ये कमेंट मेरे समझ में नहीं आया, क्या लिखा है ये. लॉजिक के साथ जीना स्वर्ग है, ऊपर वाला कोई है ये सोच नरक है ही, आप क्या चुनोगे. अच्छा. I still wouldn't have met you. I've come across so many people that look like me, so many women. It's so odd to call yourself a woman instead of a girl. Thank you, Parle ji kid. Yeah, I guess you can call me that. Please say hi. Hi. Welcome to the channel. Yes, even I have one girl who looks like you. Anything else you guys need help with? स्टेटस में लगाती ही नहीं हूँ. So, too bad. Recommended books on fixing your career. I'm not believing is best part of my life. Just love this. You mess the shit out of life and try to fix it. Okay, so I have some books over here. I've stopped reading self-help. mm, there's this book that's really nice. What kind of shit? I think you gotta take it step by step. I don't think you need a book. चैटिंग के लिए भाई इतना टाइम नहीं है मेरे पास कि मैं तुमसे चैटिंग करूं व्हाट्सएप पे. This channel is not about that. Please talk about books, or just as a normal person. You need all to like a rabbit hole that never stops. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You need actions, but this book is really nice, which I am having trouble getting out of this book cart. But anyways, it is Unposted Letter by what was this, Mahatria. That's the author's name. It's a good one. It's not very preachy, not very detailed. There's just short chapters and to the point chapters. Spiritual books are confusing. No, they are not. What kind of a book are you looking for? I read more spiritual books than these. Just forget everything and meditation. No, they are not like that. What kind of the religion you follow, like what religion do you follow, what line of thinking you want to follow, I can recommend you books. Please don't think that way. Spirituality has helped me so much. When you believing in something means simply you destroy life. You always have to believe something to live life. You can't not believe in something. Like I believe that I can be a YouTuber, so I'm here. I have to believe it to be able to see that happening in my life. Okay, you are Hindu. So, for starters, mm, I can actually do another session for recommending books, because right now I'm reading this much big books. But anyways, I came across this author, guys. This author is so good. Like, the moment I read his books, I wanted to meet him in person, but I just got to know that he's no more, which is so sad. This one, this book is good so far. I'm reading this. I started this book, so it's really good. It's by Rajendra Arun. He has other books as well, which are so good. If you're familiar with Ramayana, then this is going to be so much better than any other books you can read are the Gita. Bhagavad Gita, yes, definitely, but I think it's going to be a little hard for you to understand as a beginner, because for Gita you need to have some background spiritual knowledge. And also, guys, I'm reading Ramcharitmanas, and to be honest, it has made me fall in love with Lord Ram. It's such a good book. Like, I don't know why I didn't read it before, and the way Tulsidas wrote it, the language is top notch. It makes you fall in love with the Lord, and just how you want to live your life. He's such, yeah, that's what I learned from Rajendra Arun's books, right? The way to live your life. He has everything, the nuggets from the Ramcharitmanas, and there's dedicated books for each of the characters. No, I don't have any relation to Kerala. I do want to visit Kerala though, because I'm a beach person. That's why. Guys, if you know any beach places in India, please tell me where I can go for vacation. Not Goa, I have already been there. I'm thinking of going to Gujarat this year. How is that for a place to visit? Okay, English medium. I'm from English medium. Mocktails and biryani. Is it a book? I used to read so many books from Indian authors, but now I want to, but I have so many popular books yet to read. It's not a book. Why did I think it was a book? Life is just life, no need any. Okay. Lakshadweep. Yeah, I considered it before. Now I'm hungry. It's my dinner time. If you guys didn't know, I seldom get a chance to have dinner at this time, but yeah. Bhagavad Gita is good. So are other books. Please don't think that way. Give them a shot. Like the author I just talked about, read the sample of the book and you will get to know what I'm talking about. Also, what other book am I reading? I just started Bhagavad. The 7 day one, it is so good. Though you didn't show another side. Eat Maggie. I'm not a Maggie lover. I'm not even a junk food person. I'm not a foodie. Everything people like from outside, I make at home. I don't like to eat out. I don't like to eat junk food. I love South Indian food though. Yes, I'm a good cook. Not in terms of the regular meals, but any recipe I try, it turns out good. And I'm such a random person when I'm looking through recipes online. I just pick any one and start following it. The first video I see, I start making it, and it always turns out good. Is it non-vegetarian item? I don't even know. Yes, I'm a vegetarian. Vegetarian, ex-vegan. I'm against non-vegetarians. I don't hate anyone, but I don't see the point of hurting anyone for a meal. Yeah, it made me sick. That's why I started being vegetarian again. It made me so sick. Like, I was always in pain because I was not drinking milk. But we don't need to kill animals, dude. We can limit our intake of milk. I don't even have paneer. I have tofu. Can you fan of you if you're not your religion person? आप हिंदी में लिख सकते हैं अपना मैसेज. मुझे इंग्लिश में समझ नहीं आया आपने क्या लिखा है. I've been live from so long. I forgot I was even reading the Cruel Prince in this video. Live session. It's kinda illogical. धर्म आपको खुद से जोड़ता है. धर्म gives you hope. Religion gives you hope. Spirituality, not religion. I even have some friends who are Christian. I've read the Bible. I'm a huge reader, guys. I'll read anything. It's just, it doesn't make me stop thinking, but I'm definitely gonna think. Without hope, what is life? I got it. सबके अपने ओपिनियंस हैं, बट आई I'm a very empathetic person, so I'm gonna feel for the animals, and I'm definitely gonna stand up for my opinion. बिना ऊपर वाले के दुनिया हैप्पी होती। दुनिया हैप्पी अपने कर्मों की वजह से नहीं है। ओके गाइस, आई विल बी बैक। It's not a chair, it's a reading pillow that I've got for back support. Okay, so we have हर अन्याय को पिछले जन्म के कर्म कह देना, जवाब नहीं, सवालों से बचना है। आप अगर नहीं भी कहेंगे तो क्या आंसर है आपका? अगर भगवान नहीं भी हैं तो क्या आंसर है बताइए इसका? क्यों किसी के साथ कुछ हो रहा है? मतलब आप किसी के साथ कुछ गलत करेंगे तो आपको गलत नहीं मिलेगा। अगर कर्म ही सब कुछ तय करते हैं, अपराध रोकने के लिए कानून, because that's okay, don't call yourself dumb. It looks like a chair, although I wish the color was a bit different, but it was available in blue or this color or grey. Every color was bad. अगर अच्छा ठीक है, मैं आपके क्वेश्चन का आंसर कर देती हूँ जो मुझे लगता है। ठीक है, हम इस फिलॉसफी को साइड नहीं कर सकते कर्मों की, बिकॉज और आप कह रहे हो जज की ज़रूरत क्यों पड़ती है ना? तो अगर आप कुछ भी गलत करेंगे विच इज़ एक्सपेक्टेड ऑफ यू, बिकॉज आप ऐसे समाज में रह रहे हैं कि लोग भी एक दूसरे के साथ गलत करते हैं, आप भी कभी कभी गुस्से में किसी को कुछ बोल देते हैं, कुछ कर देते हैं जिसका आपको रिग्रेट होता है बाद में, तो आपको उस चीज़ की सज़ा मिलनी चाहिए या नहीं मिलनी चाहिए? दैट्स व्हाट कर्मा डज। सो आज नहीं तो कल यू विल फेस द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेज ऑफ योर एक्शंस। एंड आप चाहे भगवान में माने या ना माने, वो आपके ऊपर है, भगवान ने आपको फोर्स नहीं किया है। It is just, it gives us hope, religion gives us hope, that's what I can tell you, because I'm alive, I don't know what will happen to me after that, but yeah. एंड अगर यहाँ पर भगवान ने आकर ऐसा टाइम स्पेंड किया है जो आगे लोगों को गाइडेंस देता है कि हमें कैसे जीना चाहिए, तो आई थिंक इट इज़ अ वंडरफुल थिंग। राम जी ने तो कोई लड़ाई नहीं करी, उन्होंने तो अच्छे ही कर्म किए, एक के बाद एक। ही chose to respect his elders, he chose to respect their words, he chose to have brotherly love for the person who was responsible, whose mother was responsible, कि उनके साथ उनको वनवास भेजा जाए। तो he lived like a human should, and if you are not living like that, aren't you supposed to face the consequences? But no one is happy, even if you think like politicians or people are behind making innocent people like die. It's still, they are also not happy, they're also worried somewhere, just like with Hitler. So it has to return. I personally think it happens that way, because a lot, I in my personal life have felt that way. Someone who had wronged me to the extreme point, right? Very um yeah, someone who had wronged me, they bore so much after that, and I didn't wish that on them. I will never want anyone to go through what they did for that wrong which I believe happened. But I bore something that I didn't deserve, right? I feel like that, but maybe I did something to someone to make them feel like that. So it's just, I don't know what I did that made someone else have sleepless nights. So it's really, you never know how much you have hurt a person. When that happens to you, you think, why am I getting that in return of being good? But you are not always good, you are not 100% good. Even innocent people, what innocence you are talking about? Is anyone innocent in this age? There's your answer. People, innocent people, the civilians you are talking about, they are doing business with, what do you call that, um they are practicing wrong business tactics, right? So isn't that wrong? So if we are blaming politicians, innocent people are living life with some tug and war of their own. And we should definitely fight for dharma, which again we come back to Ramayana. We should have that fight, but not with, not till the very end, like Lord Krishna told us, not till the very end. You should have that conversation, that peacekeeping till that point, but when you have to rise, you have to rise above that, right? So our religion doesn't tell you to sit back and relax. It's an active thing, it's an active being. It's about being the person that God means for you to be. And yeah, Whenever like I am talking to anyone, I consider this thing in my head, that I have the authority of being a daughter of the creator of whole universe. So that's how I speak, right? That's what I think. Next we have, आपकी आंखें बहुत अच्छी हैं, थैंक यू, बचपन से ऐसी ही हैं. Yes, definitely having money doesn't make you successful or whatever. Successful people die. Where is the success then? They are crying, they are having divorces. Where is the success then? Even you have money to, you have food, water, shelter. Are you happy? No, but you can find some kind of contentment in your life if you are around people that make you feel, that uplift your life in some way. That's what life is all about. But you don't have to be bad in yourself. Okay, so you are there, so there is your mother and father who was your creator, right? So how is this world running at the pace it is, like the sun and moon coming at the perfect time without there being a creator for such things? I'm not here to turn you towards religion, but there has to be a creator. Otherwise, these things may not be like they are. The nature is the same, right? Other things are changing. We humans are changing stuff here, but it's not the basic, um, what do you call it? Framework that God provided that's changed, right? Yes, definitely. I don't even see news. I'm not aware what is happening because it just makes me depressed. So why would I want to know? I obviously want to be aware what is going on in the world, so that I can be better prepared for that and prepare anyone else as well. But other than that, I don't look at that stuff, not to ignore it, because I'm living my own life. I have my own things that I'm going through, and if I cannot do anything about the situation, then I don't need to know about it. Yes, Buddha is a great example, even though that is so hard what he did. I have it from so many years. The same rose nose ring. After everything been through, we failed. You are personally responsible for your own life and your choices. If you want, I can give you an example, okay, with regarding the religion and stuff I learned recently. So there was this, as I'm a teacher, right? I came across this my student's mother who was horrible to me for no reason, right? I was on the right for what I spoke to her, and I was even being very much relenting to her. So she was being so bad to me, and I was bothered. She spoke so much negative stuff, and I didn't even respond to that, right? And my then I was like very upset. What if she comes and says bad things on my face, right? at this point she was just talking to me on phone. So I was like, I'll sit with God for a while. And there's two things that I read about in that time when I said that, God, I need your help to um, make me feel at peace and tell me what I need to do, right? So God told me two things. ठीक है? Two. First thing, that don't let the wrong people, don't fear from the wrong people. ठीक है? It made me feel good about myself कि हाँ, भगवान ने तो मुझे कहा है कि उससे डरो मत, क्योंकि उसने मेरे साथ गलत किया, गलत बोला. तो उसके बाद क्या हुआ? Then I kept on reading that same passage, and the next thing I learned was, don't do what the other is doing to you. So it's not just what someone did to you, it's about how you react to that as well. So there is always two people responsible for something that happens. If you are on the right, then you don't need to worry, and that's what religion teaches you. Guys, when will I end this live? I'll go in 5 more minutes, okay? But I like to blame others and eat on my dad's money like a spoiled kid all day. No, you need to work hard. You need to work on something. Don't wait for yourself. Don't wait to find a perfect book to make you like be successful or anything. But keep working, and that's how you'll reach a point where you'll feel okay, I have enough that I feel content with how my life is, because I'm working on myself. I am trying to do everything that I as a human should at this age of my life. There's a time to be spoiled as well. Sometimes you can want that for yourself, but you should be working hard for yourself, whether you're a man or a woman, doesn't matter. Whether you are, I think nowadays people are putting so much pressure on being successful by 25, 26 years of age that it's really hard, because children are being YouTubers and stuff, so it's really hard to give that its own age. But don't blame others for what you are responsible for. You're not old, you're just in your 20s. Lap life as hard as you can. Live life as hard as you can. There's a music like song. What song is that? It's about living life. That's what I remember. So I hope you guys had an amazing session talking to me, fighting a little. Not fighting, but just giving different opinions on things. Dude, after all this talking, don't be mean to me. I don't have grey hair. People nowadays do, but touch wood. Where's wood? Okay, there's wood. So, thank you all for joining in this TED Talk. And I'm so happy that I still managed to read 2 chapters while I was talking to you guys about books and everything else. I'm just so excited to do more such live sessions. Thank you all for joining. And yeah, do subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys in my next live session, which is going to be tomorrow, where I'll be writing you guys' names in the way I do. So, bye guys. Thank you for joining.